Hey there, friends. Today I want to talk to you about past lives and soul family connections and how you can identify when you're having an experience in your life that is related to soul family or a past life. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Bartkiw. I'm a core belief holistic therapist. I help people to turn within, to discover, explore, and change whatever is happening within you and stopping and blocking you from experiencing the life that you want to live. So, how did this video come to be? Last Sunday was my birthday, and the thing I wanted to do most was to go for a sailing on the sea. It is my favorite activity, excursion, and honestly, I manifested that excursion in such a magical way. That is a story for another time. But when I was on this boat trip, it was a mixture of expat foreigners like myself and also Turkish nationals. And there were two families on this boat. The moms were best friends, and the one mom had a daughter, she's 11. The other mom had a son, 7 years old, and they were on the boat. So right from the beginning, the parents, the Turkish parents, they were underneath in the shadow out of the sun. And the two young kids came up to the top where all of us expat ladies were, sunning ourselves and listening to music and just having a great time. And they wanted to be part of our fun, and they were just really cute to have around. We get to our first swimming spot and everybody jumps off the ship and we're in the water, and I see that this young girl, and boy, they're very brave and they're swimming well, and they're like, look at me, look at me. And we're in the water and I'm saying, bravo, you're swimming so well, and I was encouraging them. And then when I got back on the boat, I found like I had two little friends, but particularly the young girl. She was glued to me. She wanted to sit beside me. She wanted to talk to me. She spoke a little bit of English. We used Google Translate. She kept asking me if I wanted cola because they gave free cola on the ship. She wanted to go get me cola. And she would take my camera and she would say, picture, picture. She wanted pictures. And it was just like, she had to sit right beside me. It was very sweet, and the other ladies on the ship, they started joking with and saying, where are your children? Where are your children, Esther? And then lunchtime came, and she wanted me to come and eat with her parents underneath. And so I walk over, and one of the moms, not her mom, the other mom, spoke English, and she said, yes, of course, please come and eat. Elisa wants you here, and we find it very interesting that she is so drawn to you. And I said, yes, it's a very special connection, because I didn't know, does this lady understand past lives and soul family and all of that? And she said, yes, we noticed that. And she goes, we were not supposed to be on this boat. And I said, oh, tell me that story. And apparently, Elisa's mom does not swim, does not like boats, ships. Like going for a day of sailing was like her nightmare, not her joy like mine. But at the last minute on the Saturday night, she gave in and she said, yes, we will go. And there they were. And I said, and it is by magic that I am here, that all the arrangements were made for me to be here. And I looked at this mom and I said, it's all because the young girl and I were supposed to meet. And she said, yes, I know this. So I realized that there was some level of understanding. And I said, is everybody okay that she's upstairs with me and that we're taking pictures and we're talking? And they're like, yes, we see that you are a good person. And then after, the mom started to come take pictures of the two of us, which was really quite interesting. So the day progressed. We had the most wonderful, magical time. And I sat and I said to my higher self and the beings of light that I do channel, I said, okay, what is going on here? Obviously, it is a past life. And what I was told was that the soul that was this young girl was meant to be, the plan was for her to be my daughter in this lifetime. But it just didn't happen. Children just didn't happen for me. And at some point, she wanted to come to Earth and she had to find other parents. And she found these lovely parents. But universe, with all of its love and magic and great sense of humor, got me here to South Turkey, where she was, got me on this boat on my birthday, even though I couldn't find a way to get to the boat. That was magical. Got her mother, who didn't want to be on the boat, so that the two of us could meet. And it was like a birthday present for me, but it was even deeper than that. The information I received was, even though we could not be together as mother and daughter in this lifetime as we had planned, universe wanted us to connect and say hello and check in on each other and at least have a face to face. And so I'm receiving all this information. I'm in tears. I'm very emotional. It is so beautiful. And I said, well, you know, what type of lives have we had before? And we have had mother-daughter, but lots of like sisters and besties, and always a very harmonious, beautiful, positive relationship. And I could see that just from the way that we were interacting. So it was a beautiful encounter, a magical day, and I want to share with you some resources and information to help you to identify past life and soul family connections in your day-to-day experience. Now, if this topic is of interest to you, there's a gentleman, I read his book years ago, and I remember I think he's got a couple of books on soul family. His name is Michael Newton, and Newton, and I remember that his books they really lined up. As I was reading them, I felt the chills of resonance moving through my body. So you can check out his books. Also, Dolores Cannon, of course, does a lot of work on past lives, and there's a lot of interesting stories. If you go online and you start Googling past life experiences, there's a lot of people sharing their past life encounters, which will help you to identify them in your life. I think the biggest way that you know if you have a past life encounter or situation is that it's just a knowing. It's like you get this feeling, this sensation goes through your body, like you've always known this person, you finish each other's sentences, that people will say things like, she's my sister from another mother, but it's probably from a past life. And it could be anything from girlfriends to romantic encounters to casual people you meet. It also goes the other way. It's not always like fun and loving and joyful. Sometimes you meet people that you have had past life encounters with, and they were a nemesis in the past life, and you can feel like, oh, I had very negative encounters with this person in a past life. Or you might meet someone and you realize you wronged them in a past life, and you're being given an opportunity in some way to make amends. Okay, it doesn't mean that you have to walk up to them and say, I remember you from a past life and I was mean to you, I am sorry. It could just be doing a kindness for them that they don't expect. So really trust the knowings, the feelings, I know this person. It's a resonance of soul family or past life. Soul family may come into your life to teach you something. So I know without a shadow of a doubt that my mother in this lifetime is a member of my soul family, and she is present to really push me to see patterns and see beliefs and make changes and to turn within. And there's strife that happens in our relationship, And I get that. I told her, please, I need to make these changes in my life, be the instigator of it. And she's doing the job very well. Sometimes past life encounters are just very fun and casual, and you may only see the person. Sometimes the past life encounters are just for a day, right? Like with me and this young girl. Um, we likely will not see each other again, but we were given the opportunity to say, hey, I remember you, I miss you, another lifetime, I'm doing great, I'm doing great. Okay, so just because you have a connection doesn't mean that you have to drop everything and that a whole new relationship is going to begin. Often I do channeled readings for people, and people will often ask, what is my connection to this person? I feel drawn to them. I love them. Often I get from both men and women, it's not just women, they'll come to me and they'll say, Esther, I am married, I am happily married, but I met this man, I met this woman, and I am just head over heels with them. I'm in love with them. I want to be with them. I want to move to where they are. What is going on? And often when I do those types of readings, the information that comes through is that, yes, in fact, the person that they are referring to is a great soul love or a great close member of their soul family. But the two souls decided in this lifetime, in order to accomplish what they wanted to accomplish, in order to change what they wanted to change within, they needed to be separated in this lifetime so that they're not enabling each other. They needed to have separate experiences. But they also at the same time agreed at some point we're going to check in on each other. And maybe it's a few encounters throughout a lifetime checking in on each other. But it's not meant to be as a relationship. And yes, sometimes you have encounters with soul family, past life people, and the whole idea was, okay, the beginning of our lives, we need to take care of this, but then somewhere maybe in our 30s or 40s, we're going to come together, and then we're going to spend the rest of our life together. So this past life soul connection can have a plethora of different meanings and unfoldings in your life. So just don't jump to conclusions that this is my past life love and I need to drop everything to go be with them. That absolutely can happen. Typically, from my experience working with people, it's something else. I also do past life regressions with people, and you can do this in a couple of ways. Simply to be curious and find out about some of your past lives. Those are also always fun. But often people will come to me and say, listen, Esther, I have worked on this issue so much, and I know that there's something still missing. It might be money, it might be relationships, it might be a pain or dis-ease within the body. And they say, I want to see if there is a past life connection with this so I can resolve it in that past life and then have the energy ripple down into this life. And so when I'm doing past life regressions, usually that is the focus. So that's something else I can help you with. It's not on my website. I like to talk to people before I'm going to do a past life regression from them. I want to know what your motivation is, what your intention is, what you're looking to do, to see if I'm the right person to help you with that. All right. So have fun with past life and soul connections. I really do believe that they are meant to be fun. They're meant to be healing. They're meant to be soul stirring. And beyond that, they're also, I feel they are really meant to show us that while we are all individuals and we all have our own unique personalities, that we come from one source and we are all entangled, right? Quantum entanglement. All right, if you like this topic, please let me know. If you have questions about past life or soul family, let me know. And your question may be the topic of my next video. All right, ciao for now.